That is loud. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It's been a minute, it's been a while, but we are back, and today we are going to be focusing on the CT5 Blackwing that I have behind me. Now, there's a lot of things that have happened since I last posted a video. I've actually welcomed in a new member to the family. We have gone through a hurricane here in Houston. Thankfully, the home is okay. Nothing really major happened with the home. Can't be said for the back end where my fence did get taken down. It is what it is. We were without power for a little bit. Nothing too major. I know there's a lot of other people that had power down and are still without power now, so very thankful for that, especially with the newborn at home. So with that being said, guys, today's video I want to focus on the CT5 Blackwing. Those of you already know, but for those that don't, this is the CT5 Blackwing 2022, and when I purchased it, the cheapest 6-speed manual Blackwing you could purchase in the nation, but also the highest mileage. This thing had about 55,000 miles. I put 2,000 miles on it, and when I bought it, I mean, for that highest of mileage that it had, there really visually wasn't many issues with the car. You had some issues maybe here, like with these tips getting a lot of carbon buildup, not being as shiny, and it is what it is. I'm not too worried about those. We can always clean that up. This rear wing here kind of lifting up, nothing too crazy. It's just double-sided taped on there. We'll definitely get that replaced. I do have a replacement option for that. Maybe today, later on in this video, we can get to that. But the main focus for today's video, guys, is actually going to be in the interior. Now, for a 55,000 mile car, the interior is actually quite good. I mean, these seats are very well taken care of. I mean, very little wear and tear, a little bit here on the piping, but nothing crazy. I mean, you could tell this car was owned by like a single person because the back seats were practically brand new, no issues whatsoever. And of course, we do have the carbon fiber buckets in the back. Now, with all the carbon fiber in this car, the biggest issue is in here, guys. When I bought this car, the one big eyesore that I didn't like was that it had these cracks right here. So you have a crack here, and then in the back, another crack in between this little key holder and the cup holder. Took me a while, but I now have it, guys. And so here, check it out. This is the replacement OEM carbon fiber front plate panel that goes here, and this is, as we can see here, part number GM 87828564, and this of course is the manual transmission version, because the 10-speed automatics actually have a completely different type of trim panel here that has very little carbon fiber because of all the other stuff that's on it. So the manuals really accentuate the carbon, which is why I need to get this replaced. Should be fairly simple, quick swap out, but if I come up with any issues or anything like that, I'll definitely let you guys know, because I believe this is probably the first and only video on YouTube on how to do this kind of swap or replacement. So let's get to it. All right, so the front panel is removed. Super simple, a lot easier than I expected. You just have these two kind of grab clips. There's one in the back and one in the front that gets put on here. You pull up on that and it pops off, and then put the shifter back. You can slide it out from the two guide pins in the front. And then for the shifter boot, super easy. It's just a T25 screw on the side from the bottom side that you remove, and then it slides out the whole boot together. So now we've got the whole piece taken out. We can start removing all the trim pieces, the harness, and swapping it over to the new panel, so that we can go ahead and get this reversed back in here and have a brand new trim piece that isn't cracked or broken. And just like that, we have swapped over everything. As you guys can see, this one's got the cracks there in the front and the back, and it was actually very simple once we were able to get it out here out of the car. The hardest part being this shift boot here, which Sebastian, you see?
Sí.
Sebastian helped me out with. Make sure you have 2 of these little flat heads, little thin ones. And I started out here on these sides, and I basically wedged it in between one here and one here, and then used the pressure to kind of push downward towards the back, which allowed this front one to start loosening out. And once you get 2 sides loose, then the rest just kind of pops out. And so this whole thing comes as one frame. So the black trim piece here that you see is all one piece with the suede, with the leather shifter here and the shifter assembly connected. So that pops into place. I disconnected this plug, 2 T20s, this slides out, pop the new ones back in. A little tree here that I popped off, and then another 3 T20s for the rev match and the mode selector.
Y yo también te ayudé también con los tornillos.
Yeah, Sebastián también me ayudó. And on the little key holder thing, same thing. This was actually pretty easy. There's some gaps down here, as you can see right here. So you can actually go in from the side like so and just push outward. And there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's very easy to pop in and out. So the new assembly is ready to rock. We've got all the buttons, everything, and the wireless charging pad. Now we can go ahead and get this back to the Cadillac. And man, just like that, it is on, and it is so much easier to do. Basically just slide in the shifter into spot. There's only one place it's gonna go. Put back the T25, put that main harness plug back in, and that is it. Put the covers back on, and it fit like a glove. So now, turn the car on. And we can double check, make sure that our mode selector works. So there we go. Everything is working fine. Traction control works. And then a rev match, if we move it forward and press the rev match button, there you go. So everything works as expected. So everything is good to go, and now the main eyesore that I had with those cracks here is long gone. So that is awesome, love it, and I am sweating out here. So let's go ahead and close this up and show you guys the rear wing that I got, and why I didn't put it on right away, and why I decided that I was gonna wrap it instead, because there was really nothing I can do with it. I couldn't return it, being it shipped from China. So let's go check it out. Now we've got the wing, which I've got here. As you guys can see, it was packaged and shipped all the way from China, so can't return it, and I might as well do something with it. But before I actually do the wrapping, I want to show you guys what that cheap carbon fiber looks like, and so that you are prepared and aware of what you're actually buying when you see carbon fiber and it's being shipped out of China for a super cheap price. So let me unwrap this and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so here you have it, guys. So this is supposed to be a replica of the carbon fiber 1 packaged OEM wing, but I'm not sure if it's gonna come across the camera. This carbon is just so cheap. It's one of those kind of like hydro dip type carbons, and you can see that because on the bottom end you can see where it kind of didn't fully transpire or translucent all the way through. But that's it right there. It's for a CT5, and yeah, this is what we've got. And this, if we look at this thing, it should work really well, but unfortunately the carbon fiber is not very nice. And I mean, you guys can see just what it's going to look like. I think it looks really good, gives this car an aggressive, nice rear end here. Check that out in the back. Fitment wise, it looks like it should fit pretty well, but again, I am not putting this thing on the car with that fake looking carbon fiber. So since I can't return this, the next big thing is just going to be to get this wrapped in a gloss black, which in the end will actually match well with the car because everything else is gloss black on that car, including all the trim. So let's go ahead and start trying trying to wrap this and see how well we do, and then we can install this. It does come with the included double-sided tape that goes under here. It's somewhere in the packaging. So yeah, we can remove the old wing, put this one on, and have a much more aggressive look in the rear. Yeah, so check it out, guys. The wing is installed. Sebastián nos ayudó, ¿verdad? ¿Nos ayudaste, Sebastián? Sí. So the wing is on, and from the top view looks really nice. The vinyl's not too bad. Not really. There's a little wrinkle here on this edge. Sí, yo sé, no podemos tocar ahorita. So a little wrinkle here, and on the bottom side actually is pretty bad. It did multiple sections and pieces and wrinkles, but you can't really tell. There's this little corner wrinkle here as well.
Es que no la hice porque lo iba muy malo, porque se lo va a ver, está muy malo.
Sí. So overall, guys, yeah, it's a lot harder than I thought to try to do this all in one piece. Did it in multiple pieces, and honestly, I like the way it looks. I might just rock it like this for now, and eventually just end up getting it taken off and sent off to paint, have them paint it gloss black, and then that way we can install it and it'll be good to go instead of a wrap. But I think that looks so much better. It's a lot more aggressive, especially from this back angle right here, and definitely the way the car should have came compared to the factory spoiler. Sí. So guys, there you have it. We've got the wing. We replaced the center console, so we have no cracks. I call that a successful day. Very hot day. ¿Está caliente, Sebastián?
No.
Sí. ¿No estaba caliente?
No.
Mira, no estaba sudado. So I call that a very successful day, and that is gonna call it for today because it is hot out here and we did some pretty cool stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the thumbs up button, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date with all of these videos. Again, PSA, make sure that you order stuff from a US based shipper, not from China, because then you're stuck with these wings that I thought was a carbon fiber quality piece but ended up being pretty cheaply kind of hydro dip carbon fiber. Nothing a little bit of vinyl couldn't help, but we've got it on the car now and it's looking good. But with that being said, guys, Sebastián, ¿qué les quieres decir? Ya nos vamos.
Ya nos vamos.
Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.